Alright, much brew about nothing time. Playing some Sram'Os in Modern. And. Alright. We need a land, but this hand's pretty solid if we draw land. Marsh Flats for our opponent. And passes. Well, Arid Mesa, go. Cracks the Marsh Flats. Godless Shrine. Well, luckily we have some discard protection in double Wall of Omens. What is this? Well, if we draw land, I think we just go for the win. There's a land. Alright, let's go for it. Crack this. Hallowed Fountain. Untapped. Crack this. Plains. Play a Pure Steel Paladin. And let's see. We're going to need to hit a Opal. If we hit a Mox Opal, then we should win. Always yes, always yield. Alright, land is not Mox Opal. Bonesaw is a redraw, that's fine. Another Sram, not ideal. Another Sram, also not ideal. And there's the Fizzle. Well, equip. 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 Only a 4/7. And we'll pass the turn. We can try it again next turn. Man, triple Sram was not what we were hoping for. So our opponent have removal. Fatal Push takes down our Pure Steel. No, we got a million Srams, so there's the Mox Opal. One card away. Well, play Seacrobe Coast. Play a Sram. Play a Mox Opal. Alright, another removal spell. That's fine. And pass turn. Leave up our retract, so if our opponent has discard, we'll bounce everything in response. Opponent has Marsh Flats. We'll bounce everything at the end of their turn either way. Opponent passes. 1/2, 1/2. Well, I guess we don't even need to. Alright, let's see what we draw. Ooh, another retract. So play Flooded Strand, crack it, grab a Plains, play Sram, retract, terminate. Well, if our opponent has yet another removal spell, then we could actually be in trouble. They've used 3 so far. Play Sram. Paradise Mantle. Come on, no removal this time. Oh, no! Oh, my God. Oh, just getting a tap land? Oh, if they're out of removal, then we should be okay. Alright, let's always yield this Ram. Wow, we fought through a lot of removal spells, but we got there. Whoo! Alright, just keep casting our artifacts. Eventually, we will retract them back when we run out of them. We will draw our Mox Opals, get the win. There's a Pure Steel, too. Cathar Shield. Cathar Shield. Well, play the Opal. Retract. Start the process again. We have the Storm Count. We just need to find another Mox Opal and a Gut Shot. Or not Gut Shot. Grape Shot. Alright, let's just finish it. Cast Opal. Red. Cast Opal. Red. And a Grape Shot. All the same target. Man, this deck is ridiculous. Our opponent killed our first 3 Srams / Pure Steel Paladins. And we still won. Oh, so ridiculous. Well, this is probably... They gotta have discard. Probably need ley lines, I guess. Go down Serum Visions. Go to 1 Gut Shot and a Bonesaw. Maybe something like that. We could bring in Silence. Is Silence better than Swan Song? It might be. Let's bring in the Silences, 2 of them. Alright, try it like that. Okay. This hand's good. We don't have a Sram, but it's good. Alright, let's keep him. Inquisition. Probably should take Retract or Opal. I'd probably take Retract, I think is most likely correct. Yep, takes the Retract. Well, there's Pure Steel. Arid Mesa. Go. Well, we can try to go for it next turn. Aye. This is why we really wanted a ley line. There goes Pure Steel. Well, let's crack this. Get a Hallowed Fountain. Tapped. Play Flooded Strand. Pass turn. I think we're just going to play Mox Opal so it doesn't get hit by discard. There's the second land for our opponent. Always feels like we're a draw away from just winning. Now, crack Flooded Strand. Get another Hallowed Fountain. Tapped. Play Marsh Flats. Pass the turn. Well, we've drawn in a lot of our lands, so hopefully we stop drawing them. Cracks the Bloodstained Mire. Yeah, double discard on the draw, pretty good. Or on, with the opponent on the play. Alright, opponent's cracking their lands. Oh, they're doing something. It's a Liliana of the Veil. Takes it up. I guess I should have played the Horizon Canopy. Well, this is our turn to draw something. A Pure Steel, a Sram. Crack this. We have 7 left in our deck. If we draw one, we should win. Alright, pass the turn. Yeah, we are kind of locked below the Liliana now. And with our opponent not tapped out, even drawing one of those doesn't necessarily mean we're going to win. Is this a... Oh, so many discard spells. And a Stony Silence. Yup. Wow, that is every... That's like the nuts against us, pretty much. Triple discard, Liliana Stony Silence. So good. So now I'm not even sure how we can win. Well, there's a Sram. There's a Quarter Shield. Well, we're going to keep casting stuff. We can't really do anything else. Not convinced we can win from here, though. Play Arid Mesa. Crack Arid Mesa. Alright. Pass the turn. Ticks down Liliana. There goes our Sram. Yeah, I think we scoop. I don't think we can win from here. So, we need Echoing Truth to be able to win. Go 1 Echoing Truth, 1 Silence. Let's try it like that. Alright, so we're on the play. Come on, Leyline. Oh, God. Alright. I mean, cross our fingers, hope our opponent doesn't have a Thoughtsieze. Well, we're kind of seeing the downside of this deck. It's insane a lot of the time, but it can also be disrupted. And we saw a good example of that last game with double discard into more discard in Liliana into Stony Silence. That is a tough combination for us to beat. So Hallowed Fountain go. So if our opponent doesn't have a discard effect or a Lightning Bolt, reasonable chance we can win. Alright, opponent has Inquisition. There goes Sram. Well, now we're back to needing to draw a Sram or a Pure Steel. I don't think we can mulligan that hand, though. Like, Leyline is our out to all this, but I don't think we can just... mulligan until we find it. Drew more mana sources. Godless Shrine for our opponent. There's a mountain. Liliana. Alright, well, this is the turn. If we draw a Pure Steel / Sram this turn, we still have a reasonable chance of winning. We discarded our Echoing Truth. That's not ideal. Pass the turn. Yup. Well, we're seeing the bad side. Opponent is going to keep tapping out. Interesting. Well, we're still drawing live for a Sram or Pure Steel. The more draws we get for this, the better for us. Nahiri is going to put an end to it at some point. So this is the turn. We get another shot at it. It's a Sram. All right, well, let's see if we can do it. We're going to need to run a bit well. We need a retract. That's the big one. Play Marsh Flats, sack Marsh Flats, get a Hallowed Fountain. Untapped. Thin our deck a bit. Come on, retract. Oh, now the ley line's killing us. Spider Silk Net. Retract, retract. Flooded Strand. And that does it. So why are we scooping here? Short explanation before everyone says I scooped too early. So in this scenario, what's going to happen is our opponent can kill our Sram, which they obviously will do. They will tick up Nahiri. So Nahiri will be at ultimate next turn to get an Emrakul. And in that scenario, there's literally nothing we can draw. If we draw a Pure Steel or a Sram, we don't have any way to trigger it. If we draw a Retract, we don't have the Pure Steel or Sram. So I will pass so you can see it play out. But if I was playing not on camera, I would scoop there because... So that's my reasoning for the scoop. So sometimes I may scoop too early. That's probably true. But a lot of times there actually is... We actually are drawing dead, even though it's not always obvious at first glance. So opponent takes up Nahiri, as predicted. Well, we had a shot for being a tough matchup and a lot of things going wrong. We did have a shot. Our sideboarding, man, the ley line would help so much, but... Oh, wow. All right. Well, that's even worse. Now our opponent gets to tick up Liliana and kill our Sram. Yep, there's Sram. So now we scoop. We have literally no out to this. There's not a card that exists in our deck. Well, yeah. So we've had a lot of insane draws, insane games, but it can't always win. Even a great deck doesn't always win. So now we get to see the other side. Our deck does not like Thoughtseize. Our deck does not especially like Stony Silence, although that was mostly because we were unprepared. If I had considered Stony Silence, we could have brought in an Echoing Truth in Game 2. Maybe I should have just done that against white decks anyway. Maybe that's how you sideboard with this deck, is just assume if your opponent's a white deck, they will sideboard in Stony Silence, because it is a popular sideboard card. So maybe that was my own fault. But still... Endless discard, pressuring our hand, combined with a lot of removal for our creatures, seems like the recipe for disrupting Sram'Os.